This is the WTF live stream, and of course, I'm here with WTF and myself. I'm Alo the Winter. Good morning. We decided earlier that we would be doing an unannounced live stream because we wanted to clear up a few things. As you heard yesterday on the other show on this channel, we had a few issues that we were discussing, mainly about our good friend Big Kev, or maybe not so good friend Big Kev, but I think we'll find out about that later on. Um, Let me just words because I have not listened to the live stream of Big Kev, but WTF and I just discussed it. And I asked him earlier before we went live, I asked him, can you give me a breakdown, an overview of what has been said and written in the chat, live chat over? And I must say that I can identify like two main problems here. One, Kev has not said anything while we were on there, while we had the live stream, while WTF and Nico and others were on the live stream, when the N word was dropped. And I think that it would be more than, how should I say, dishonest to claim now after the show that we caused some trouble intentionally to promote this channel here, because that would be just absurd. We didn't know that Gino would go as far as accusing us of being racists and bigots and stuff like that. And we have been on Kev's show many times, and to insinuate that we would be using his channel to somehow provoke a warning or a strike on his channel is absolutely absurd. And I mentioned to WTF just a few minutes
Yeah.
ago that on RRR we had an encounter with Black American expat, and as you guys might remember, that show where we used, or I used, the N word regularly and dozens of times, the show never got a warning. The show never got a strike, and it might
I remember
surprise you
that.
that any of these RRR episodes never got a warning or B, a strike. Not a single time. Not a single time. People tried to do that all the time, tried to silence us, put a strike on RRR or on any other live stream that I have been on. On RRR itself, even using the N word, not a single warning, not a single strike. And back then it was quite strict as well, because back then you didn't even get a warning. You just went to boom, base one, strike one. The only time we had to edit something is when we played some copyrighted music as the intro of the RRR show. It would say, you can't do this, and you have to edit it, and then you can re-upload it. And that was the only time we had an issue. But using the N word, I really doubt that that was the reason for the warning on Kev's show. I think that this is a certain group of people who try to influence Kev. They are not happy that I am on his live. They are not happy that WTF is
Exactly.
doing live streams by himself. They have an agenda. They are lying to Kev. And I'm telling you, Kev, I think it's time for you to wake up and take real control of your channel. If that means, Kev, that you do not want us on your live stream, I'm absolutely fine with that. If that means, Kev, that we are not allowed to come to your channel anymore for whatever reason because you are listening to these other dudes out there, then we are absolutely fine with that. But what you cannot do is you cannot invite us, have us on your show, enjoy all the fucking attention, and then just turn your back on us when people start whining and bitching about us as having me and WTF and others on your show, because you know that there is a reason why you want us on that show. It's because
Exactly.
of the reactions that you got. Read in your comment section, people said it was a good show, and I absolutely agree with that. It was a fucking great show. This is what the community lacks, ladies and gentlemen. Good, entertaining live streams where there is drama. And the Gino situation, the Gino live stream, that was drama. People tuned in, people liked that. People come to
Exactly.
your
Yeah.
and our channel exactly for that. They don't go there because they are not looking for whatever, you know, because I don't even know what other topics people talk about these days on their live streams. It's about Ricky, it's about Ben Newton, it's about
That's right.
Bama, it's about Frank, it's about
Hmm.
who has done this or that, who has problems with the law, who is running from whom, and who is
Hmm.
entangled in a legal process. And if there is a knucklehead like Gino who happens to be black and attacks us, insults us, threatens us with violence, then we will have a right to respond. If you, Kev, would have told me right there, Aloe, you cannot use the N word on my channel, I would have stopped immediately. I have no interest to shit on your channel. I have zero motives for that. If I would have that motive, if that's what I would want to do, I have other ways to do so. I could have created a troll account. I could have told somebody else to go on your channel and play fucking porn
Exactly.
and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. But we were on that channel, and when you listen to it, the guy fucking provoked us for no fucking reason. He was bragging about his 500,000 views on his channel, rap songs and gangster rap and stuff like that. And the only thing I did is I asked him, "Are you a rapper?" And he brought all that racial shit in there. So don't
Right.
make it look like as if we brought the fucking racism to your channel to take down your channel, because we are not afraid of competition. We are not afraid of your channel, and we are definitely not afraid of your supporters. Let's just be very clear about this. And this one here is for Roberto. Roberto, I consider you a friend. I just want to make sure that you don't get confused about what has happened. I absolutely understand that you are a buddy of Kev, but I also know that you are a buddy for us too. You are our friend as well. And I think your
Exactly.
policy has always been, I am a friend to everyone and I'm an enemy to no one. Meaning, well, maybe the exception with Bama and Frank. And Roberto has reached out to me, and I tried to clarify this with him. And WTF, you told me earlier that he's always welcome on the show. You even extended an invitation for him to come up. And I know that WTF here did not mean to throw Roberto in that same
Let
basket
me let me
as
clarify
Kev.
on that real quick,
Please
hello.
please clarify that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What it was, I got pissed off that day, and basically said, in a kind of summarized way, that hey, I know Roberto is his best friend. They're good friends. So it was kind of like in a joke line, just saying, hey, if you want war, I didn't mean all out World War III with nuclear warheads. Come on, but I think it was misinterpreted, and the bottom line is, just hold on, get reconcile with Kevin. No way. That's non-negotiable at this point. I do not want to be on a channel where at any time, even if we're saying anything or whatever, we're stopped. The only time I said on my show on a live stream, anybody will be kicked off on the panel is if they threaten children, they talk about weird stuff like that, or if they threaten bodily harm or any of that nature. Otherwise, if you guys want to come on here, I sent a link. Anybody can come on and they can say their piece. We will not interrupt them. That's the way I'm going to run this show. I think, like Ella was saying, is Big Kevin is getting confused by all these people interfering in the way he should operate his channel. And I think in the long run, Big Kevin is going to see these guys that he thinks that they're friends are actually destroying his channel. Right
Actually,
now,
that's
this,
one of
yeah,
yeah.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
actually,
Go
that's
ahead.
one of the main issues here, because honestly,
Yeah.
personally, I can't even feel upset about this any longer. And the reason is because I know it's most likely not Kev's how should I say, it's not his doing. It's
Right.
somebody else, a group of people who do this. This is the reason why Kev was okay with it, because if you go back and listen to the live stream, Kev was smiling, he was in a good mood because he had his cam on, he was laughing, he had a good time like everybody else. It happened
Exactly.
afterwards when people started to come to him and say, you should not have done this. You should not bring on people like Allo, WTF, and the
Right.
others.
Right.
And, they want to do it. They want to make it look like, okay, the N word was the big issue. It's really not, because if you look at, and I also went back, and if you look at all these rap songs out there, they use the N word. They use it regularly,
Exactly.
and we
Yep.
also use the N word many times on certain RRR episodes. And I'm telling you, they are still up there, especially the April, May versions of RRR when we had this encounter with Black American expat. It's still up there. It never had an issue. So don't take things out of context. Look at the whole thing. I believe that people reported it, yes, but they had another intention. And I think that Gino made threats as well, and that could have been the reason why YouTube
Exactly.
issued a warning. It could be have
Let
it
me
could have
let
been
me
a
say
lot of
something,
things.
Aloe. I
Please,
was
yeah,
watching a show not related to this genre here, this community in the Philippines, and I remember the guy saying on the next day that he got a strike because this guy started yelling and threatening another guy, and threatening him because he was talking about his girlfriend, and he said he was going to go over there and wipe that guy off the planet and kill him or kick his ass. And the guy came back the next day and said he got a strike for violence, and
yeah,
so so that. So I think you got to take everything into consideration that day in the show. There was multiple things going on all at once.
yes,
And also Big Kev, this guy Philip that you had on your show is a complete moron, and I'm just going to say it. We are not here for the $1 and worrying about how much YouTube takes and how much money we're going to get. I don't care about that. I'm not here for that. I'm not going to be monetized. This is just a fun show for me. I understand Kevin's doing it, it's his life, but we're not here for that. So any comments, and this guy Philip is more than welcome to come here and go live. In fact, I'll send the link and he can explain to me. He just made a point that he was an MP in the military, a military police, so he can state what he wants. Um, his opinion is more than welcome. I would love to have this guy Philip come here, but stating that we're only out here trashing other people and that to get views and all this. No, we're here because these people are fucking scumbags. That's the only reason why we're here. And all of you guys know that. We're already at 30 people viewing. I mean, there's a reason why people are here. And that's it. We're pointing out this bullshit going on with Ben Newton and this shit of him needing an emergency passport to go back to Australia. This guy is a total scumbag. I mean, and then you see Obama over there promoting these channels. It tells you something. You people need to wake up. The people that are supporting these guys are actually aiding and abetting. They're no different. And I think Allo can agree to that. I mean,
yeah,
we
yeah.
talked to.
I think that, yeah, I absolutely agree to that. I want to just point out there is no financial incentive to do this other than, um, for at least for me, I find I find joy and entertainment in bashing
Hello,
the
Hope Hope.
bashers, or bully the bullies, or bully the bad guys, or calling them out, whatever you wanna call it. But let's be very clear about the N word issue here. Again,
Yep.
the Big Calf show was not reported only for that. And I think there were dozens of reasons why people reported it. And I think that um, for those guys who tell Kev, your channel is basically at risk of getting strikes because of Allo and WTF, they have a very clear agenda. And that agenda means do not give these dudes, Allo, WTF, others, don't give them a platform. Why do I say this? Because I have seen it so many times before. It was the same when I started with my channel. It's the same when Dave and I created Kwentong Baliw. It was the same when we did the Riff Raff Radio live streams. People came, people worked in the background to somehow sabotage our channel, our projects on YouTube, and they even reached out to potential guests. I mean, it went as far as people
Exactly.
who we
Yep.
announced on the show that we are going to have this or that person on the next live stream. These people then came to us and said, "Hey, I'm getting FB messages. Don't go on there. They're all about hate." And it was driven by A, pure jealousy, and B, because they held a grudge against us. And now it's just happening again. Kevin,
Hmm.
um, you have to make up your mind. But I'm telling you, we never had any intention to sabotage your channel because you know that up until that N word incident, uh, the shows that you did with us were very
Hmm.
entertaining. People were watching them, and people are still watching and talking about them. And look at the numbers. The numbers do not lie. These were the best shows in a long time on your live streams.
Hmm.
Again, Gino was the one who provoked us. Gino was the one who cornered us. Gino was the one who tried to make us look like the bad guys and calling us racists and bigots because he wanted us to look like the racist and bigots he wants us to look like. Because the first word is that, are you a racist? You're a fucking racist. You're a fucking bigot. You're a fucking bigot. You're a fucking racist.
That's
Over
correct.
and over and over and over and over again. And we will not sit there and play along with his agenda that we cannot use certain words, because I will always drop the N word because I know it's going to get under his skin and it just pisses him off. But on here, in this genre, you can't be thin skinned. And I get my fair share of fucking racial slurs as well. It never really got under my skin, because if it does, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing what we are doing. It's the same with
Hmm.
Roberto and others. It's the same with the
Right.
other guys. You just have to make up your mind. Do you want to be in this genre, yes or no? But if you are going in this when you go into this genre, um, it just comes with the territory. And look, Gino is a guy, the guy is an adult, he has made threats, and I have no problems with that. I'm not here to whine about it. He threatened me, threatened others. I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to do this and that. And we did not report shit like that because we understand that in the heat of it, sometimes
Right.
people say things that they get carried away. But isn't that the reason why we are all here? So do not whine and bitch about it after we deliver the good show on your live stream, Kev. Actually, it should be the other way around. You should just, if you don't
Right.
want this kind of behavior, fine. Then let us know prior to it. It's not that we were the first, it's not that it was the first time we were on your show. So let us know prior to it before you invite us, or
Yep.
intervene directly and immediately when the N word was dropped. I think I dropped the fucking N word 100 times, and I just saw you there in the upper corner of my
Laughing.
upper left corner of my screen, laughing and shaking your head and enjoying the fucking show. And then I thought, okay, let's go on. Let's deliver a good show.
Exactly.
That's what we
That's
did.
attack. That's
Okay,
attack.
but don't
Yeah.
turn your back on us the next day and talk smack about us the next day just because some POS idiots whisper something in your ear, because that will make you look like the weak guy who doesn't have control over his channel. And that's the truth.
That's exactly right. And you know, uh, we're not piggybacking anybody, and anybody that seems to think that we needed Big Kevin, or we needed anybody for that matter to build this channel. We don't have to build anything. The people we're talking about are giving us the subject matter. It's there. You guys are watching it every day. We're just here to fucking make fun of them and try to get them the fuck out of the Philippines, or fuck with them to where they have a mental breakdown and their show shuts down. You know, I mean that's completely why we're doing it. I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this for money. I could care less.
And
I don't. Yeah.
that's exactly the main difference, authenticity. And I know it's a big word, authenticity, but if you realize why certain live streamers are on YouTube, you realize, okay, they do this for money. They have to be very careful what people say. In the same time, they want to deliver a good show, but you can't have both all the time. Sometimes things just happen on these live streams. You can't control that. And if you have guys like me, WTF, Nico, and others on a live stream
Exactly.
together with Gino, it's really a recipe for fucking drama. And you guys understand that I like drama. I like when people yell on a live stream. I even like it when
Exactly.
people talk over each other, because I think that's what people want. That's what I stand for, and people understand that. So if you want that, then don't complain about it, because I think everyone knows what we stand for when we come on the fucking panel. I just did not expect that Gino was so fucking thin-skinned about the color of his skin. Literally, like thin-skinned about the color of his skin. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. He's basically more sensitive about being black than Black American expat himself, right? So it's just a recipe for drama, and it was just only a question of time until we would clash. Because, as you know, we don't have a problem with Gino's color. We have a problem
No.
with his fucking stupidity. The guy is a fucking idiot. The guy keeps repeating himself as if
Yeah.
he is living in some sort of a mental health institution or something. I have doubts, ladies and gentlemen, that the guy is even in the Philippines. I have doubts because when I looked at his channel, these are not even his own that's not even his own shit. It's basically like
Exactly.
uploading
Yeah.
a Michael Jackson video and then wait a year or two, and of course you will get fucking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. Actually, now it's not even possible because we get a fucking copyright strike, whatever. But he didn't get one for the videos that he uploaded. It was a song from Drake, the rapper, Canadian
Yep.
Jewish rapper, I think from Toronto
Yep.
or something, and he was super proud of that. Hey, Gino, if you listen to this, come up with something by yourself. Do a live stream, and then let's see how many people will watch that live stream, or do a video about BGC. Do a hotel review, or do something by your own, and then let's see. I'll give you a year, and then let's see how many views you will get. You will not get fucking 200 views. You will get nothing. You will get probably like 17
Right.
views if it is his own fucking creation. There's nothing on there. The guy is a talker. The guy is an idiot. The guy is a fucking asshole who happens to be black. That's it. That's all there is to know about it.
He happens to eat chicken and grapes and watermelon. What else? But another thing that guys that I forgot where it was the video, but the video of Obama sitting there and that young girl to the left of him. I'm sure you've seen it, right? Hello, you seen that
Yeah.
video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I subscribe to that guy, and it's absolutely sickening to see Obama, okay, talking smack about being a pedophile to other people, but he's sitting there soliciting a young lady and asking them, do you have any friends? If you have any friends, tell them to come over tonight. And she's looking over at him. I mean, like I said before, Bama, the hunchback, scum is behind the camera. You're only seeing only 10, 15% of the real person. The other part is
Oh yeah.
behind that camera. And
Yeah.
Bama, you think Bama's bad on camera and what he's doing. Wait till you see what he's doing off the camera. The guy
I agree.
is an
Hmm.
the guy is an habitual liar. He's a compulsive liar. The guy doesn't even know when he's lying. He spits it out so much out of his mouth and so quick. Shit, he can't even remember sometimes what he said, and then he'll go on another show and say something else and contradicts what he said 3 days ago. The guy can't even
Hmm.
keep up with
Hmm.
it. You know what I mean, Alan? He
Absolutely.
can't.
Yeah. He's a liar. Absolutely, I agree to that. And the 10-15% thing that you just mentioned, absolutely agree to that. He tries to come off like the nice guy. It's just hilarious because all of our guys laugh about it when he says, "I'm innocent. I'm a good person. I shouldn't be dealing with stuff like that." And then uh, we know, we just fucking know because we saw the verbal and physical abuse over years that he has committed, even on his fucking live streams. And we also know about his aggressive side when he totally loses control. And I believe that the real Obama is a lot worse than the one that we see now, especially now on his live
Exactly.
stream, because he
Yeah.
fucking knows he can't afford to dig deeper because his grave is already fucking deep. So he is careful right now. He's fucking careful, and he fucking knows it. He knows people are watching, and it's same is true, by the way, with Ricky and all these other guys. They know that there
Exactly.
are people who are watching and downloading all this shit, and I have seen it myself. People are reporting this, and there might nothing. I mean, the authorities might not do anything about it, but it still makes them nervous, knowing I am being watched. There are guys out there who download this, edit this, and upload it again on their channels. It doesn't make me look good, and they are worried about it. Why do I say that?
Exactly.
Because you heard Ricky on his, I think, one of his first live streams after he came back. He said, I'm trying to be very careful right now. I will be very careful about what I'm going to say because you can't say anymore what you think. And that for me is a sign that he is well aware of the fact that there are guys out there who fucking copy this and they report him for that. And
Right. Right.
it's not that he is not in trouble or something because he said by himself, I am, and I quote, I'm just trying to have fun and stay out of jail. That was a clear reference to the Fazio case. It's not over yet. It's absolutely not over yet, and it causes
Nope.
stress.
Yeah.
Personally, I believe not much will happen. I have stated that over and over again, but
Yep.
it's not something you want to deal with when you are on a vacation in any country.
You know what? I want to elaborate a little bit on. I think absolutely we've watched many, many videos of Barry going off the deep end live, like that one, the notorious one where his eyes are all bugged out like a frog,
Mm,
and he's saying, come on, come on. I mean, the guy is obviously mentally disturbed. Not only is he mentally
absolutely.
disturbed, but he's a fucking pedophile. And yes, Bama, I said it. So send your so-called attorney and have him attach it my name to your fucking file that you claim to have. This fucking attorney is supposed to be representing you on your case. And you're claiming now, you're acting like you've got the fucking police there to police the YouTube, and this attorney is a Superman, is gonna, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? I, it, the guy is a bullshitter. The guy spews bullshit fucking compulsively and he can't control it. It's a disease. And I think, Bama, seeing that shit with that little girl, I think you're a fucking scumbag. I think I honestly believe wholeheartedly that you have messed with underage children or you've abused the situation to your advantage. Whether or not you've dangled money, you're no better than B-Bots, period. And I think you're a scumbag. I look forward to you doxing me on this. Mama, how long have we been attacking you? You haven't done shit. You claim to be this Superman on your channel and this, and you convincing your viewers, okay, you lie so much your viewers just love it. I don't understand that, Aloe. I just don't. I don't get it. Why would people
I think
support this trash?
I think that it's basically two groups. I believe there are group number one. I think they sympathize with him because they look at him like this poor little Alabama boy with whom just sympathize. They feel sorry for him, they feel bad for him, and they see all the bashing that's going on, and they only see it in a what I would call in a very one-dimensional way, meaning that they don't realize what the trouble that Bama has caused over the last few years in the Philippines. So they somehow sympathize with him and say, just leave him alone. Let him live his life. And I have heard that from many guys, also including guys that I actually really respect and whose opinions matter to me. So I think that they do that out of the goodness of their heart, basically. I know how this sounds like, but there are actually really guys out there who think
Yes,
Bama is a good guy, let him live. But then, and I think that's the majority, people who support him are somehow, and that's the only conclusion that I come to when I think about it, they're somehow like him. They are people who take advantage of a certain group of people overseas. They exploit women. They are driven by lust. They are driven by their sick
exactly.
fucking lust, and they see no trouble or problems with the behavior of Obama, and that makes them part of that problem as well. Because as you
Hmm.
remember, when we started to call out Bebots, people would say, "You guys are just jealous. You guys should just leave him alone." You guys should just look the other way. There's nothing there. You don't know if these girls are underage or not. That's none
That's
of your
correct.
business. Well, the thing is, we make it our business. What will you do about it when we use our YouTube channels to talk about it? Because these dudes use YouTube to promote a certain type of sexual exploitation, taking advantage of poor girls, uneducated girls, and then they think that's somehow cool. We see that behavior on several channels up until now. And we see it every day. So if you think that's cool, if that's your form of entertainment, let me just
That's
tell you,
right.
we are absolutely not the same. Yet you are bashing us. At least you are trying. It's somehow like a lame attempt of bashing. You are bashing
Yeah,
us that we are the fucking haters. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing we really do is to call out these guys, because look over there and look at them and then answer this question: who is entangled in legal processes? Who is a fucking criminal? Who is running from the law? Who is now in trouble because they attack people, or they are abusing verbally and physically abusing women and children overseas? Who needs a fucking lawyer? It's not us. It's not us. So you have to fucking clear up your mind and put yourself through some sort of a reality check, because the really bad guys are not on this channel. Not and you do all this fucking finger pointing. Did you hear what Allo just said? Did you hear what WTF just said? What the fuck? What the fuck? It's just, yeah, you're absolutely right, guys. We said something, but look at who does something to all these people, to these women and children. And there is one thing that Gino was absolutely right about, actually, too.
yeah,
Fucking Bama deserves to be kicked in his fucking mouth and smashed on the fucking floor for his behavior towards children in the Philippines. And when Gino
exactly.
several times that Bama has hurt kids. That's absolutely true. And since Bama will listen to this, Bama, please spare me the legal talk afterwards, that you have a copy of this conversation and that you are going to
Exactly.
show it to your lawyer. Fuck you, and fuck your lawyer too. And if you want to find me, do it. But you would be in the fucking, I just don't know how to call this. But you would be in real trouble if you would just try to fuck with me too. Because you in the Philippines, Bama, if you have not realized it, you are just fucking open. We could declare open season on you. If we were really upset about your behavior, we would come to your fucking house, beat the shit out of you, take your fucking cell phone, and there is nothing you can do about it. You are not in the US. You cannot go run to fucking Oprah Winfrey and have a fucking show how bad you have been treated overseas. We could get away with things here. Not you, Bama. Others can get away with things because a guy who cannot fucking even afford 50K for his fucking lawyer is a fucking victim. We could declare open season on him. You are talking way over your head if you think you can fuck with us. You have no money, you have no connections, you are a fucking overstayer, and you are already in trouble because a little girl from Mindanao filed something on you. How much more would you be in fucking trouble? And by the way, CW, who was bragging, who was having a big mouth, loud mouth, who said he has the resources to keep Bama there, fucking bring it, you piece of shit. I could fucking threaten you all day long, CW, to fucking kill you and shoot you in the fucking head, and there's nothing you can do about it. Take this fucking copy this fucking soundbite and send it to the NBI, the PNP crime unit, or whatever you want, and go there, talk to Bama, take a fucking copy of this, and inform all the authorities you can find on the internet. We just do not care because you are a bunch of fucking lightweights. I can't even take you serious anymore. And last but not least, if I ever see you somewhere, Bama, because you said you are going to kick my ass, I'm going to fuck you, fucking piece of shit, grind off the bottom, aber du verdammte amerikanische Alabama Hurensohn, and I will fuck you in your fucking mouth, you fucking piece of shit.
Oh, shit. Tell us the way you really feel.
The guy's a fucking
Yeah.
joke, has been provoking us for fucking weeks now, and we kept fucking silent. And he thinks he is some sort of a big shot who can fucking threaten us, who can say things on the internet. You are a nobody. We can do everything we want. We could threaten you on fucking live stream, on FB, anything, because you cannot afford a fucking lawyer without your fucking supporters. Again, if you would live nearby me, I would just drive up to you. I would just take your stuff. I would just your cell phone, your whatever. If you had any good cell phone, I could just take it from you, and there's nothing you can do about it. We could just, we could basically get away with everything because Bama has no fucking rights in the Philippines. That's the reality. Has nothing. There's nothing. The guy's an overstayer. Nothing. If he would run into somebody who had the money, the network, the connection, the guy is fucking done. The only reason why he's getting
Exactly.
away with
Yeah.
shit is because his victims are from the lowest segment of the Filipino community, of the Filipino society. That's the reason they get away with it. Poor, uneducated girls who are desperate to meet a guy like him because they think that he would be one of the good guys, because actually he always misrepresents himself, tells them he's some sort of a religious guy. He even prayed with one of these girls once on a boat, on a ship, on a fucking live stream, just because he wants to be a guy that they somehow admire and think, okay, he's a good guy. I give
Yep.
him a chance, because that's what all these girls actually told me. He said, I want a future. I want to have a future with you. I'm serious about this relationship. But we all know it's just part of his fucking strategy to represent himself, because he has nowhere to go. He has no money. He needs a place to stay. And he uses every single one of these women. The woman that he is with now will regret in 4, 5, 6 months, will regret
Right.
that he took him in. She will just be another person who will fall into that long line of poor, uneducated women who didn't know any better. And Bama profits from a certain image of foreigners, probably from the good ones. That's the reason why they gave him a chance. But he is a guy who's actually one of the, how should I say, foul
Yep.
apples, the rotten
Yep.
apple. That's how who
You're
he is.
correct.
He's a fucking
Hmm.
lowlife. And Bama can, and what I am fucking sick and tired of is the fact that people always think, "Oh, do you have the sound bites? Did you hear what Allah just said? It's cybercrime." Fuck you, cybercrime. If the fucking cops will come through my fucking house, through the door of my house, I fucking smack them too. I'm not afraid of anybody. You are not in the US. You're not in Australia. You are absolutely not in a Western country. You don't know shit about how things are being done over here. And all that talk about I got the copy of what you just said on my
I know.
cell
I
phone.
know.
I'm going to play it to my lawyer. Fuck your lawyer too. Just play this. Fuck you too. Fuck your lawyer too. And everybody who thinks that he has some power over here. Fuck you.
Hey, fuck you all. But shit, I'm laughing here. I couldn't even speak. Fuck. Let's get Aloe on a roll here, bro.
No, it's not.
Shit.
It's honestly really the reality.
No,
There's
the
all
truth.
these
It's the
people. It's like
truth.
over fucking YouTube. What the fuck, man? It's like even people are like smacking the shit out of each other on a live stream, and nothing fucking happens. Look at what happened with Peter Vandiver,
Right.
and look at what
Right.
happened with fucking Bebots. The fucking abuse took place in broad daylight on social media, not in the fucking dark web. It was there on fucking YouTube. And you guys still believe the other side. You guys still believe that anybody out there will give a shit about what people say on a fucking YouTube channel? Fuck that. Fuck that. It's like if you wanna say shit like Bama, we come to your house and cut off your fucking head, then so be it. We could talk about shit like that all day long, and you can play this and copy this and send it to everyone you want, even to the fucking president's office, NBI, cybercrime unit, or over in the US to fucking the
Hmm.
FBI and CIA. Nothing good will come from it. It's just a fucking waste of time. At least this much you should have learned after 5, 7 years of fucking YouTube drama. Nothing will ever happen. Nothing. Zero. Nada. So please
Right.
spare me all that talk. If ever you want to address this Bama or all these other fucking cunts, if you want to address this, don't do it. Just do it. Just go to the fucking lawyer, and then rest assured that I also have enough money and resources to answer you anywhere, anytime, and if it must be in a court of law. What the fuck? I mean, let's just cut that shit out. I mean, it's never this will never happen. That's the point. So
Hmm.
spare me with your fucking
100%.
tactics. Nothing good will come from it. It's all fucking talk.
And you, Frank, I want to say something, Aloe. It's all the same scumbag field. I made a statement. I don't know how long back, but I would pay anyone 50,000 if I seen them solely take Bama out of the Philippines and get them deported out. If you think, Frank, in your right mind that you're going to get any money from me because you're saying you're writing all this shit and sending it to the BI and all this, you're fucking smoking it. Okay? If anybody deserves it, it would be Dimples. She is the sole one that's taken this case, and it's going to get a response because she's a local here. Okay? And that's it.
Absolutely.
That's 100%. She's a Filipina. Your guys' shit of writing up shit doesn't mean shit to the Philippine government. They're going to pay attention to her, and that's it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Frank is just a dude with too much time on his
Yeah.
hands, and trying to somehow appear as the big shot of the community who is taking down people legally, through the legal path. And it's simply not true. The only thing that you see is all these documents that are floating around or circulating around right now in the background. I have seen all these documents, and what it actually says is that there was something reported. You, Frank B, reported to us this and that situation about this and that guy, whoever it
Yeah.
might be. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all there is. It's basically like a confirmation. We received your complaint. We got your
Hmm.
email. Thank you, sir, and we'll let you know. And if there's something else, we can do for you, please let us know. It's not a verdict. It's not the start of a legal
Nope.
process. It
Yeah.
is nothing. I mean, I could basically look. I could basically write a report that there is a vlogger who is masturbating all day long in Bohol. And then they would say, "Thank you, sir, for reporting us this case. We will get back to you if we need some more information." And then I would take that confirmation letter or email, and then I would go online and say, "Look, I'm the big shot. I get things done. I'm taking care of business. I am a very powerful guy." It means nothing. It means shit. It means absolutely nothing. It's like a police blotter. Everybody can go over to a fucking police station and report that somebody's anus
Anybody.
is too
Yeah.
big or whatever, and they would write it down. The thing is that all
Mm,
of this is happening right now out of based on two things only. The Ricky situation is happening right now because Michael Fazio, like him or
mm,
hate him, is the guy who filed a case against Ricky D. Period. Nothing else. All the reports, all the other blah, blah, blah that's happening on social media has nothing to do with it. The only reason why Bama is in trouble is because Dimples, nobody else but Dimples, filed something on Bama. It's not the reports. It's not about all that shit that Frank is talking about, trying to take credit for. It has nothing to do with it because we have done that, or I have seen people doing that with Peter, with Frank, with others
exactly.
for
Exactly.
fucking years. And I have seen it
Yep.
with Bebots where people send shit to the fucking FBI, NBI, PNP, whatever. Nothing has happened up until that mother of these two girls that he was caught with in the hotel filed something on him. And then something happened. The outcome, in most cases, was not a good one. I admit that, but it has absolutely nothing to do with what has been said and done here on YouTube. And all these other guys who take credit for this and that, it's just BS. It's just BS. And it includes
It is.
myself too. It includes myself too. Because the only thing that I do on YouTube is just talk shit. And the difference is the difference is that at least I know that I'm with the good guys, believe it or not. Because it's not
Exactly.
our guys who have been accused of fucking misconduct in any way. It's not our guys who are facing fucking criminal charges because we are hitting people or we are exploiting women and children. It's not like that. And let me just add this. Bama and others always want to make it look like, okay, when you break up with somebody, that's the normal thing, that all these
Hmm.
women are going to hate on you. I'm not sure about
Exactly.
that. I'm not sure about that because my ex girlfriends, they don't tell me that I abuse them. They don't tell me that I hit them or something like that. My ex girlfriends, if they would come on the fucking show, they would say, okay, we just parted ways, but we are still friends. And there's a
That's a
difference
normal.
between
Yeah.
how they treat people. It's about how you treat people. That's the core issue here. And all these fucking scumbags over there, they stick to each other because they are probably scumbags themselves too. That's why they support that fucking asshole. And that includes that idiot CW was talking a big game that he has the resources to keep Bama where he is at. Let us see Big Shot CW how we are going to pull this off. Put in all your fucking resources and make Bama win. And I would be the first guy who would go on a live stream and say, "My name is Al of the Winter. I would like to apologize to the Honorable CW that I insulted you, and now I believe you. You are a big shot. You can even send me a copy of that, and then I would sign it for you, and then you can show it to all your friends and family on a live
Woo.
stream or on a vlog. I wouldn't care. I would be the first one to apologize. But we all know that's not going to happen because CW is just a talker, and there's a reason why he's supporting Bama because he himself might as well be a scumbag just like him. That's the only good reason I can think about why people are
Mhm.
still supporting these dudes. Again, there's a small subgroup of people who do it out of pittiness. They pity Bama. They think he's a good guy. They don't really know or care about the verbal and physical abuse he has committed. But there is a reason why Dimples has filed a case. And it's not because Dimples is just a woman who is jealous of Bama, or a woman that just broke up. And then, because usually when you break up, it's not that all these women will file a fucking case against you unless you have really been a scumbag. And this is really not the first time. I mean, how many girls did Bama already abuse and verbally abuse and threaten? I know at least 5 or 6 that I have spoken to personally and chatted to personally, and they all say the same. So where there is smoke, there is a fire, right?
Exactly. And 100%, Aloe. I mean, Bama, Barry, the Hobgoblin, whatever you want to be called, you're a scumbag. That video that was just posted, we already know this. You're trying to make other people feel like, oh, I'm the victim. Quit playing the victim card. You're a scumbag. Okay? You would die in America if you even tried to go back right now. And you know this. So Bama, run. Your only option is to run. All you can do is run, Bama. Okay? Your attorney, you crack me up about fall out of the share when you say, "Oh, and by the way, um, my attorney wants anybody that's got information on Frank, so I can document it and give it to him." Oh my God! Do you think this attorney that you have is taking on quadruple amount of clients with you at one time? What the fuck are you smoking, Bama? You don't realize that's all money signs? And some of them were going to say, fuck you. That's not even, they're going to tell you to hit the road. You, you're such a compulsive liar. And these people that are sending him money have got to be memorized or something with the fuck bug or something. Honestly, my opinion, I think the people that donate to these guys like Ricky, um, I'm going to leave Frank out of it because he's already a douchebag. But all these guys that are just on there and they're promoting this shit with girls and doing this, they're promoting that and giving these people this impression to come to the Philippines, and these girls will bow down to them, and that's it. And it doesn't matter the age. Obama's already approved it, or already proved it, and he's showing it. People, wake the fuck up.
The funny thing here is that, since you brought up the lawyer as well, there was a video where Bama went to the lawyer, right? And I think that the
Right.
guys in the chat, fucking 45 people for an unannounced live
Yes.
stream, that's not bad, WTF.
Yep.
Congratulations, you are a drama live streamer
Oh,
officially now.
I
This is
fucking love it.
I'm clapping my hands here. Wow. That's a new record. You made it. Look,
Yep.
the whole thing with Bama and the lawyer, there was a video, a shorts, I think a short YouTube clip where he went to the lawyer and he gave him the money. And the funny thing
Exactly.
was that you could hear, and maybe I'm just interpreting this the wrong way, but you could hear the lawyer at the end of the video say something like, "Don't show," and then it cuts out, and the lawyer was kind of pissed or irked because Bama was like showing around, the desk, and under the glass of the desk
That's right.
there's a
Yeah.
family picture, and I assume that's the lawyer's family, and he felt uncomfortable about the whole situation, because look, Bama looks a little bit weird in my opinion, and it's like everything is kind of like so messed up, like YouTube drama. And I'm sure that the lawyer must have thought, this is kind of strange. Who are these people? Okay, as long as he pays me, fine, I'm going to take on this case. But at the end of the video, he says, please don't. And then it cuts out. And I'm pretty sure that the lawyer didn't feel good about the fact that Bama was taking videos inside the office, and that he was showing, not intentionally though, that he was showing the picture of the family of the lawyer. So at the end of the day,
Yep.
I believe
Yep.
that it's going to cost him a lot of money. The 50,000 pesos that the lawyer asked, is just probably just the tip of the iceberg, because I don't think it includes the fees for the hearing, and in case that they need to appeal. So it's all up to Dimples. If Dimples says I'm going all in and I am going as long as I need to until I get a verdict that I can accept, then Brahma is going to need a lot of money. And I hope that CW will make sure that his
Exactly.
resources are ready, because he tried to come off as a big shot, as if sending $500 to somebody is a big deal. CW, you idiot.
Yes. And I'm not to change that, but CW, but I hear guys in the chat are saying Frank is live. Oh, we're at 50 right now. That's perfect.
Boom, 50. See,
Boom.
people still love the fucking drama, and I encourage you, WTF, to
Yeah.
continue this, because people
Yes.
want shows like this. And it's not even fucking evening, and I think it's I'm not even sure if the US market is already up by now, but I do believe it's evening over there, right?
It's 11 o'clock now, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I
Okay,
mean, it's
cool.
8 o'clock in the evening. I'm sorry.
8 o'clock
Sorry.
in the evening. That's not
Yeah.
bad for an unannounced live stream. That is not bad. That is very, very, very good. And it also shows where people want to be, where they want to hang out with.
Right.
So it's not a good idea to, how should I say, to turn against to turn against us. I mean, as far
Right.
as the live streams are concerned. And I know this is not a threat or something like that. I just want to be very clear about that. It's just not cool, because that's one thing
No.
that I don't like, is when people somehow are, I would call it disloyal.
Right. And I I actually consider it a badge of honor for Frank, the idiot, okay, Frank, to be talking about us live right now. It's cool.
Is he?
Um,
Is somebody
yeah,
in the
he,
chat, and
yeah,
somebody in the chat
I,
tune in and tell us what Frank is talking about? I don't even think that he is talking about us.
no, no, someone said, I just seen he went live. I seen it pop up on
Yeah.
the computer. But, of course, nowadays, anybody knows when you see a fucking thing show up for Frank, you just roll your eyes, so I don't pay attention. I fucking go, whatever. He's gonna fucking ramble on about thongs laying on the fucking ground, in the fucking front of his house, or hear the chickens fucking crowing. I mean, he's got nothing. That guy, shit.
Yeah, well,
Frank
Frank
is,
gets riled up about all of this very, very easily. But that's one of the things that I like about Frank, is always, how should I say, he never backs down. In his fucking insanity, he can't stop. Okay, love him or hate him, but Frank cannot fucking stop being on YouTube. He has to be on YouTube. He has to fight back. Whatever imaginary enemy he has, he just has to fight back.
yes, yes. Yep, yep. That's all. That's it. That's all you got. Now, this crap that has gone on for too long, and I got to admit, I'm happy that some of the RR crew uh, are coming back a little bit in the genre here with these people, and they're going to be putting out videos. I'm glad that Popeye came on yesterday and made an announcement. He's more than welcome, like I said, to come on anytime. Anybody from the art, I mean, Pinoy Troll, he's more than welcome. I actually got that right for once. Um, but all these guys can come on. They can say whatever they want. Nico, all these guys. Mexican
Yeah.
Jew, if you're watching this, you're more than welcome to come on anytime. We're about the same thing. I know Mexican Jew is in the LA area. I know that area real well.
He's in
But
he's in the Philippines now, I believe.
yeah, yeah, he's in actually in Dumaguete. He should be going after Jerry the Ferry and have a
You
one-on-one
should pay you
interview.
should pay him a visit and ask Jerry, why is it that you were on that vlog at the
Mm-hmm.
end of Rain Man's drive-by video. Was that you, yes or no? And I'm sure that Mexican Jew has a copy of that video, and then he should take a very close look at the mustache and facial features of Jerry K, and then ask him, "Is this you or is this you?" And then let Jerry talk. And if you can't settle it, you might want to beat him up right there in Valencia in his own in his own fucking house.
You know, I I don't know what to say
Imagine that
about.
fucking Jerry getting beaten up in his own fucking house. He
I
would
would
like
love that if he was filmed.
Jerry getting ready to go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
beach and do a dive, and then
yeah.
MJ shows up and beats the shit out of him, and Jerry K still wearing his dive suit and oxygen tank, just
Hey, you see
getting
him. Hey,
fucking beaten up on a beach
hey,
somewhere.
hey, you see him fall back and his flippers bounce up in the air and the oh god, but you wouldn't see that. Those guys don't we don't don that gear on the beach. We go out there and don it usually. I That's the way I do it, you know.
Look,
Um,
if
we
I
we
would
get the
go
basic gear on, Aloe, but we don't don all the tanks and all that. It's not it's not
if
needed.
I would go diving with Jerry K, I would just piss in his fucking oxygen tank.
Well, that would be hard to do, but you could piss in his goggles and spit in it and use that to keep it from
No,
fogging
it's just
up.
an empty oxygen tank and say, "Hey, Jerry, you're ready to go. I checked the equipment. Trust me, bro." And then he just jumps in and then just fucking inhales or urine or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, you people have to, and we're jumping around because all these people are scumbags. But you guys I mean, to see Barry promoting this channel. I mean, what does he think? He's a superstar or something that I just don't get what is going through his head. I mean, the guy, I can say it, the guy 100% is a pedophile. He just thinks he's slick. The videos, like I've always said, actions speak louder than words. He's only giving you 10%, 15 of himself live. As soon as he gets off, he's in that destructive, abusive tone with the women that he's with. This is why he
Oh yeah.
can't retain
Mm,
one. You know what I'm
yep.
saying, Aloe, for a long time.
Yep. The guy is a he is a dysfunctional person in every sense of the word. There's no doubt about that. I think we figured that out by now. The funny thing is that there are people on his channel who are actually turned against him. Those were his supporters in the earlier years of Bama. Those were the guys who fucking defended him. I mean, we had fucking drama shows about all these dudes because they defended Barry and his behavior. But all of them, and we found a couple of them, they came to us and said, "You know what? I don't
Yep.
support Bama anymore because now I realize I was wrong." I mean, there are still a lot of people who support him, but there is a growing number of people who say, "You know what? It wasn't worth it. Now I understand what kind of a person he is." And Bama actually throws these guys under the bus and calls them assholes and pieces of shit. But keep in mind, those were the guys who actually supported him financially and also on YouTube, who defended him. And
That's
I
right.
think that that's the destiny for everyone who supports him. Whether it will take you a month or a year or 3 years, at some point you will look back and say, my support financially and also on YouTube, backing him up, sticking it up for him, was wrong. Plain and simple.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that. So I hope with all this stuff that we're trying to build on this channel, this is only the beginning. Um, I don't care about the AdSense. I don't care about worrying about how much YouTube is going to take. I'm not going to even, I don't know. Hey, Aloe, can you not go monetize or do they automatically do it? I don't know how that works. You have
Oh,
to apply for
I
them.
don't know about that. I don't know about
Yeah,
that. But I think monetization is when you have like 1,000 subs, something like that. But
yeah, yeah.
I do not know about that. Let me
Well,
just add something here because I
sure.
read a comment
Go ahead.
here. Uh, Graham and his crew were Bama supporters back then, and I just want to say that Graham, we found or we received information about Graham, and we were trying to verify it, and we are in the process of verifying it still. But very
Yeah.
disturbing information that we received from Graham. I couldn't believe it myself because Graham has been not
You want
very
to
active
you
lately,
want to
but
spill the
very.
beans. Spill the
I can't
beans.
I can't
Oh,
talk about it in detail. But Graham, he has a construction business
oh,
in the Perth area, and as you guys know,
yeah.
during the pandemic, the Australian government has financially supported certain businesses when they struggled during the coronavirus pandemic, and we received the information that there was an issue as far as the money, the government support is concerned, and we are talking to a former employee of that construction business. And we are looking at the documents because we have to be very careful before we come out with that info. But everything points to some sort of, how should I say, to some sort of a scam. And we will be coming out with all that
Okay.
info real soon. That's all
Well, whenever you're
I
ready,
can
when we
say.
talk all the
Yeah,
time, Alo, we can discuss that and
sure. Yeah.
what show you want to pin. Because I hate Graham. He's a piece of crap. He's defends Bama all the time. I hate, he's
So you know him as well, right?
yeah.
Because he has not been. I was not sure if because we never talked about this. I thought that you are not really familiar with Graham and all those guys
Oh
because he
fuck
has
no,
really
we've
not been. Uh-huh.
I've had a personal run in with him and argued with him on the Gogo Bobo show. Yeah, so yeah.
Please refreshen our memories. I didn't even know that. What was that all
Yeah,
about? And that.
he's tried to corner me on a fucking show. He was trying to dig for information and he said I said this and that and that. Just just like one of these guys that fucking are Obama supporters. But I don't know if you know any more than I do. I only had that one run in with him and just seen some messages. That was it,
Hmm.
a while back.
Hmm.
What is basically, to summarize this guy, if you could, in
Yeah.
a couple of words or a sentence? What is Graham about? Is he what I'm
Well,
suspecting?
we had a couple of run-in, I mean, encounters a few years ago about several issues, and overall, I think Graham is harmless. Is not a, how should I say, is not a bad guy or poses any danger or something like that. It's not like others in the community, But I was actually because I have not spoken about Graham. I have not talked to him for years, and I remember he was on the original Discord group years ago, and that's when we sometimes chatted. And one time we did a live stream. I think that was on
Right,
Joey's live stream. That
right,
was years ago, and
right.
then we had different opinions. So I don't really hold a grudge against him. But what was rather disturbing is that somebody came to me and said, "Hey, do you guys still talk to Graham? Do you know about his whereabouts and stuff like that?" And said, "No, Graham, no idea." And then the person gave me info, with all the LinkedIn and home pages and the name and addresses, and all that info was known to me. And then he said there is a problem. Um, Australian government supported certain businesses during the corona pandemic, and it seems that there is a problem with the money. Okay. And then they said, okay, what are you talking about? And then I talked to my guys, and then they looked into it, and it seems that it's legit, and it seems that there was some sort of embezzlement of money while he was overseas. And then basically use the money to invest in another business. In this case, in a restaurant in I think in the Philippines, and that money was actually intended for three higher skilled construction workers, and that's not the case. So very disturbing. We're talking about around 12,000 Australian dollars. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but again, at this point, it's just still something that we are looking into. But rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that we will be coming out with all the info once we decide that we can be sure of what we are putting out there. But everything that I said now, that these are facts, that's already confirmed. We just want to still know who, when, how, over what period, and what was the money used for. But everything else that I said is confirmed. But again, we're still waiting until we have a more complete overview of what has been taking place since 2000 and end of 2019, I believe. Yeah,
Wow. This was a good show. Hello? The last
absolutely.
minute?
It's better than yesterday. More people tuning in, and as an unannounced show, I must say, very, very good. Very, very good. I think you
Yes,
established yourself as one of the big drama live streamers in the community. No doubt about that. If you look at the numbers of people who tune in, absolutely great. When are you going live again? I believe that is tomorrow,
that's
10
correct.
a.m. Philippines Standard Time. Tell us a little bit something about that. A short overview of what can we expect on tomorrow's show.
Continue fucking hate. That's if I could
The
summarize
name of
it
the
any.
program. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see
HATE.
right, and it's payback time. The the devil has woken up. He's sitting to my left, and we're here, and we're gonna fucking run with it and have fun. And this is
Good.
what this channel is about: pure fun. Everybody can come over here. I, do not even bother trying to super chat me, okay? I don't have anything leaked in this. It'll be denied. I don't want anything. I don't want any handouts. Anybody is welcome on this show. They can just have fun and bash. This is what it's about. And I decided, I messaged Aloe and we talked, and I just wanted to do this quick show to kind of see how it would roll unannounced and
Yeah.
expect that. I could ambush this at any time and slam it, bring it out, and we're going to talk. And that's it. So, all the people continue being douchebags, assholes. Please give us the content, and we're going to throw your ass under the bus. Bama, continue to be a predator to these young women. Wait till if you slightly get a chance to be in a Philippine jail, you're going to be the bitch. All these years of you treating these Filipinas the way you have, it's going to come around, and it already is now. I know you're afraid because I can sense it by listening to you.
What
That's it.
streams around comes around.
What streams around comes around. Oh man, that's fucking funny. Oh
Oh shit.
yeah, I love that. Oh wait, we got a guest. Let's see who this. Oh, you want to bring Baguiel on right now, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, give
Yeah.
him 3 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Eric.
No, but anyways. But anyways,
I'm
we
your
can.
food delivery guy.
Okay, we'll let him talk. But we intended this show to only be an hour today. We're not going to babble on or anything, but we wanted to. The main part of this show was to target Big Kevin and let him know that he's got to take and accept his loss. and swallow it and move on. In the future, when you're doing shows, my advice, if you don't want something to be said to your loyal community there that's giving you money, hint, money, then time
And
them out.
views
Yeah. And
and
views.
shows and entertainment
Yeah. Right.
and so on
Here's,
and so forth.
yeah. You need to look at that and go, okay, ooh, that sting hurt. I don't want that. And then just mute the person for a while and then say live, hey, I don't want that kind of talk on the show. Hey, I would have understood it for the guys that didn't want to comply. If I didn't like it and you kept nagging, I would just get off the thing. I wouldn't bother because, or I would keep saying what I wanted to say, and then it's your choice. But you know what? You condoned it by allowing it to happen. So you reap what you sow. You just got to deal with it. Don't be
Yeah,
pointing fingers at everybody else. That's it.
I
Okay.
agree.
I'm going to add Baguette now. Hey,
Okay.
Baguette.
What did I miss? Somebody run their mouth?
It was basically Big Kevin not being able to get over his defeat.
Oh, boo hoo hoo. Send him a case of tampons.
Yeah.
Hello, every.
Oh, okay. Just mute the Eurotrash for a second.
Hey, wait. Hey, Allo, hold on a minute.
Too bad. See, it's too bad. I quit smoking and I've been hitting the treadmill since COVID started. So
I feel sorry for that treadmill. Damn.
man. Hey, I'm on the treadmill 30 minutes a day. I'm now 14 months without smoking, no caffeine, nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but send him a couple cake. Well, actually, you might need to send him extra large for all that hemorrhaging he's doing.
Who's that?
Big Kev.
Oh wow.
Send him
You know what?
Send him tampons and extra large pads with the wings.
Yeah.
Are you
Well,
doing a show later, Baguio Life?
no, I told you change it, Baguette, because it's hard. Change the time for later because it's. Yeah, I know that, but I'm just giving you advice. It's your show, but it's hard for me
guys,
because
listen a second. This is something that wait a second. WTF? When you said Baguio should move the show, because I discussed this with him yesterday, Eric. Did you mean move it like 2 p.m. in the Philippines,
maybe
or like later, like 8-9 p.m.?
Yeah, like maybe 8 o'clock or 9. That way,
I was gonna do.
I'm free and be back.
I was gonna do 1 to 2. You did 10 to 12. Take lunch.
That'll work
do
perfect.
1 to,
That'll work
1
perfect.
to 2. Because I'm gonna shove it up Barry's ass clean to the nuts.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. Hey, if you did a 12 to 1 or that area, it's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, because
I got that whole time free.
I have stuff to do from like 2 o'clock on. So
what, like hitting the treadmill for 3 minutes?
Oh no,
hey, not to change the subject. Hey, did you see that video released by, I forgot the guy, but I'm sure you've seen it. Obama talking to that young girl to the left and asking her if she's got any friends to bring him over that night. Did you see that?
No, but that's fucking sick and disgusting.
Yeah, but it's there. Allo, you know which channel that was, right? I forgot by hand. I can't remember.
Sarcasm?
No, I can't remember, but it went live and it says, use this. Please use this video. And did you see it, Allo? For real?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm not. No. If you can find the link, can you send it over?
Yes, please. Well, hey, I also I forwarded Allo an email from a concerned nutcase ally last night, and I don't know if Allo's going to act on it or not.
Anybody in the show tonight that's listening, does anybody know the name of the person that posted that video of Bama, and I mean literally Bama, speaking to a young lady next to him. I think she was on her phone or laptop, and specifically telling her to bring her friends. And she looked over in confused look on her face. If anybody knows the person who posted that, please.
Frank. They saying it was Frank.
It was called the Barry Crime Channel.
Barry Crime Channel.
Yep.
I finally sat down and watched that whole thing.
Of what?
That Allo shared about.
Newton?
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy a piece of work?
Oh, he's fucking psycho. I thought Allo was crazy. Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Oh man. I you know what? When you think you got one scumbag here and you think you've seen it all, then this guy Ben comes into the picture and you go, holy shit. I mean, it's good for us, Allo. It gives us content.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
we can
It gives us content, and yeah. But Ben Newton is that's a whole other level of fucking losing. I mean, he puts the L in losing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Allo, you put the E in Euro.
Man.
Allo, you put the E in Euro trash. So.
Oh.
But hey,
Eric has a hard on for me since years.
Hey, here's the thing, though. Allo admits it. Allo admits it. He doesn't deny it. That's the difference.
Hey, we know the truth. We know the truth, okay? When you say you're going to get coffee, you need to take a dump, you're going to rub one out in the background. We know the truth.
Well,
come on.
Hey, Allo's got Frank on his screensaver rubbing it out.
Oh.
I actually emailed Frank about shit like that. I emailed Frank a couple of times and said, right now I'm pushing a candle into my ass. I'm looking at your vlogs. I'm rubbing one out. I can be a good wife for you, Frank. Please marry me. Never a reaction, but I know that he's reading it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this show. Yeah. Great show, WTF. Yep. Eric, we talk later. And everybody in the live chat, thank you very much for coming out and tuning in.
I'm not going to be going live for like 10 days because we're outsourcing stuff for the house. I got to go back to the Wilcon Depot.
In San Fernando?
Yeah, Bowong, San Fernando. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
But I also want to say thank you guys to coming here. This is only the tip of the iceberg. We'll have more information coming out. And to my guests, Allo and Eric.
Oh, can I say something? If you decide, if you monetize, I will monetize. There is a good charity we can donate the monetization money to.
I don't want to monetize.
No, it's free. It goes to Filipinos. It goes to.
I don't want to even be associated with the money. I don't want it. And the reason why is everybody will blow it. Oh, you're doing it for the money, and look how much YouTube takes. I mean, I heard this guy on Big Kev's show today say, "Oh, they're sitting there fighting over that." Damn, I haven't even monetized. I could care less. When that option comes, I'm going to decline it.
Well, no, I know. I do know somebody that monetized. He took all the money and sent it to VPP, and she used it for a couple projects. And it actually helped out because after the typhoon on Bohol, her charity is she doesn't give handouts. She gives a hand up. Like she'll give the money and clear some money. They'll start a little business.
Yeah. Well, it would be different. I'll tell you honestly, it would be different if our show was about helping the locals, but I wouldn't even go there. That word is a dirty word now. Everybody is coming to the Philippines and using the people here. The culture here to make money. They're making money off of their grief, and I will not be associated with that. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you ought to see it. They got two from Allo's part of the world.
Yeah, I just won't do it. I just won't do it.
What are they from? One's Austrian and the other one's Croatian.
Right. Okay, guys.
See y'all later.
I gotta go. It easy. Okay, talk to you in a little bit. Hey, Allo.
Yep.
I'm going to talk to you for like 5 minutes and then we'll take off.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, guys. Catch you on the next one.
All right.